Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between me spawning as the blue Terran player over here at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position against blue who is spawning over here as the red Protoss player. This is a new map. I think it's called Incineration something. I just forgot the name, so I'll have to come back, but it is going to be in the title. So one of the things that you'll quickly notice on this map is it's kind of like Scrap Station, except it's connected by a lower ground bridge. There are in fact destructible rocks on the backside, similar to Chakra's Plateau, where you're able to quickly reach your opponent. However, the Reapers will be able to come up and down these cliffs very easily along with Colossus. So I am now going for a very heavy Reaper harassment. I'm gonna go ahead and use this 9th SCV to build this barracks over here. Now remember, this is the first time I've played on this map, so I do not know all the intricacies of this map. There is a Zelnaga watchtower over here. There's a rather open field over here, but there's nothing really here to take a look at. That's kind of an odd doodad on the screen. There is some natural expansion here and an expansion here, so both players having a very easy expansion, one on the high ground, one on the low ground. And then there is a small connection between these two locations where there's this brush right here and then high yield minerals on this low ground. However, it's not going to even come to that, as I'm going to go ahead and get this barracks down and start building Reapers and start trying to push in on Blue's base. Now, I do not think that this map is at all fair against a Protoss player, just because Reaper harassment, they have to really play against that heavy Reaper harassment. I'll see how exactly Blue tries to respond. Perhaps he could have gotten a Cybernetics core a little bit earlier and then gone for that earlier Stalker, but we'll see how this goes. Now, yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary. Using that Chrono Boost, trying to get that Nexus up and running. Also getting a Gateway up and running as well. So Gateway now producing those Zealots and not getting a Stalker. However, looking into my base, we have Blue. Blue's just coming into this base, and he does not see this barracks yet. Coming over here, does he spot the barracks? I do not think he spots that barracks. He's trying to look for something, but he still doesn't see anything. Now gonna finally come up here, and it's already, the first Reaper is already gone out, so that is already bad news for him, as I'm gonna go ahead and move out with this single with that single Reaper, the probe taking a little bit of damage, and now in comes this Reaper. Reaper gonna try to focus down these probes. 3 shots take down a probe, so one probe already taken down, and you can already see how much income he is losing per trip. He does in fact have a stronger economy, 18 harvesters to my 14, but it's still not going to work out too well for him. Go ahead and drop down with that Reaper, going to come back up and try to start shooting back at that Zealot. Zealot down to 49 hit points. And now as that Reaper has a friend, that Zealot will get taken down fairly quickly. For some reason I thought that I didn't notice that he actually swapped out Zealots, so I was wondering how that Zealot was able to take out so many hits. Going to take out these probes very easily, and then this one Zealot taking 2 rounds of an attack, and now going to go ahead and move back in, trying to continue to fire back and trying to take down these probes. So already down to 17 harvesters, continuing to push, continuing to try to micro, able to take down some of those units, and now a 3rd Reaper joining in, and Blue is definitely hurting at this stage in the game. We'll have 3 shots or 4 rounds of attack, quickly killing that one Zealot, and that now Reaper is going to come in from that backside, continue to fire. Probes once again coming off the line. He is mining gas still for some reason, and he does not need 300 gas. He should really transfer all of those units off of the gas and onto onto that minerals. And that one Zealot down to 49 hit points as I continue to micro these 2 Reapers, taking them down. He's now down to 8 harvesters, and he quickly says GG. I'm now going to go ahead and let you take a look at the new Battle.net. After patch 9, Battle.net has significantly changed. There are portraits that you can unlock, there are achievements, and there's just many more things that are a little bit more interesting. The communication between players, though, is still a little bit bad. So first of all, what you'll see is next to your name or next to your profile, you can go ahead and try to change. You can change your portrait. So changing your portrait, you can go ahead and change your portrait off of different things that you unlock. Now, I'm not sure how you unlock any of these particular these characters. I believe these characters portraits that you see here are from the game. So perhaps Loreen and Raylene and Joe Marine and Betsy here are all characters that Jim Raynor will be able to interact with and talk to. down over here, you can continue to unlock additional portraits. Solo Terran 10, all you need to win is 10 matches with the Terran to unlock the Reaper. Same thing with the Siege Tank, 25, and then the Battle Cruiser, you need 50 wins, and there's some sort of double reward where you get the Battle Cruiser and you also get a decal. So if you take a look at the decals, and this is how you can add additional markings to your buildings. So I believe the Terran decal is right there. So yeah, that's how you go ahead and you win that Terran decal over here. Now, match history also looks a little bit better. Perhaps you can also scroll through it. You can also see your achievements, your different types of achievements. They are broken down into solo quick match, team quick match, and feats of strength. So you win a game on Battle.net, it tells you when your first win was on Battle.net. The first time you added a friend, it also tells you I've unlocked the solo Terran 5, which means that I've won 5 games as a Terran player. Also, I have not played any 2v2 matches yet, as none of my 2v2 partners are on. But yeah, this is the new look of Battle.net. I really like it. It looks a lot cleaner than the original. It's spruced up, and yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you liked this whole entire patch 9. I'll give you my thoughts on it a little bit later, in terms after I've played a couple games under my belt. I've only played 5 games, so I don't know too much about it. I do like the fact that Immortals are pushed back just a little bit. A Chrono Boost makes that Immortal so dangerous, as you're able to get, before you were able to get an Immortal essentially out in, I believe, like 20 or 35 time or 30 time almost. Now the fastest you can get it out is, I believe, at like around 33 time or 35 time if you double Chrono Boost it. I'm trying to remember all that. So no, 20. Yeah, before you can get it out at 30 time, and now you can, or 30 time, and now you can get it out at, I believe, 45 time if you Chrono Boost it twice. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I plan on posting this up today for you guys. Oh, yeah, one more thing. What was the name of that map? Incineration Zone is the name of the new map. Actually, can I show you the new maps real fast? Multiplayer map preferences. So Incineration Zone was a new map. Desert Oasis is always there. Blistering Sands. Yeah, everything else is the same. Let's take a look at the 2v2 maps. I have not seen them yet. So Arid Wasteland, Coalition. Okay, they look very similar. Oh no, there it goes. So Arid Wasteland, Coalition. They're more like Shakaros Plateau, except it doesn't look like there's back doors on it. Decana. It kind of looks like a version of Lost Temple, but not, as you spawn closer to your partner and the little choke point, you guys dump into a similar choke point, and then you guys share a common expansion back here and over here. Scorched Haven looks like Incineration Zone, except it's on the Incineration Zone tile plate, and it looks similar to Decana, except for it's just on that one. Actually, no, Decana also has a tight choke point here. Scorched Haven has a little bit of a common low ground. So whenever you do some sort of attack, it will be very beneficial for you to bring flyers, as you're constantly fighting uphill into these battles. And then we all finally have Twilight Fortress, which is a map that we've all seen. Oh, they removed Shakaros Plateau, which I am happy about. Oh, and Aerith wants the 2v2, so I will go ahead and 2v2 with him.